Welcome everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're hearing me from. So today I'm doing a Facebook Live on 3 mindsets to help you never give up. Now I'm relating it mostly to business, but I'm going to share a personal story that illustrates these 3 mindsets that will really make a difference. So you know how you started or you built your business and when you first started, you were excited, you had a dream, and you knew that you wanted to serve people and you wanted to help people. And hey Jenny, welcome to whoever who's watching right now. And you had a dream and you were excited and you just saw it. You had a vision. I'm going to do my business in this way and I'm going to help people. And you were excited. But then what happens is, as you start to move into the business, and then you find things aren't working the way you want. Maybe you find the clients aren't coming, the business isn't flowing, the cash flow is up and down, and you start to feel discouraged. Can you relate to that feeling? I have many times. When I started my business, my first business, as I developed it, it started having a ceiling, you know, that ceiling where you make only so much and you can't make more. And it can be really scary if you're, especially like me, I had a solo income raising my daughter, and you do all this and then it doesn't work. And then you start wanting to maybe want to give up. And that's what this video is about today. I'm telling you, if you have a dream for a business that you love, you want to reach people and you want to help them heal, transform, grow, whatever your thing is, I'm telling you, don't give up. But you might say, but how? How do I not give up? This is hard. I've been trying this and that and it's not working. Well, obviously there's a lot to it, but I want to, instead of the tactical things today, I want to talk about the mindset of how to stay in there. Because that's the difference between people who, you know, make it in business and people who don't. The statistics are really high that after about I think a 10-year period, 80% of small businesses shut down. And I believe it's because a big piece is the mindset piece. Because if you don't have a strong foundation internally, you can have a wonderful gift, but you won't pursue it. And so I'm here to say, no, don't do that. So I'm going to tell you a story about this plant that I planted. And from that story is what I extracted are the 3 big mindsets that you need to never give up. So here's my story. And I'm going to try to find the picture right after of this plant that I'm talking about, because I took a picture of it. I just forgot to put it in. I will put it in. So about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, I wanted a lot of color in front of my house. And I decided I wanted a plant like the woman next door. And she had a bougainvillea. And some of you know a bougainvillea is a giant bush that just grows and it has beautiful colors. And hers was purple. And I got a purple one. So I planted in my yard. And within 6 months, I don't know, bugs got to it and all kinds of things, and it died. So I went back to the store and I bought another bougainvillea. I really wanted that. I wanted to have that color like she had. And I planted it and it bloomed for a while. And this time we had some big rains. No, it was freezes. We had freezes and it totally took the bush. And I was so disappointed because it was gone again. And I started to feel discouraged and I started to think, you know, maybe I just can't plant a bougainvillea. Maybe she can, but I can't. You ever think like that in business? Oh, they can do well. I can't do it. But there was something inside of me that said, I want this bougainvillea. It's so beautiful. It would add so much. I would love to look at this. So then what I did was I went back to the store and I told him the problem. And he said, you know, some places you can't. Why don't you just plant this thing over there? It was a different flower. It was like a white flower. And I looked at it, but I didn't really want that. I wanted the bougainvillea over there down the other row. And I said, but that's what I want. But I settled. And I went ahead and I planted the one that I didn't want, but it also didn't survive. I was totally discouraged. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can she do it and I can't? So one day, there was something in my mind that said, don't give up. So I went next door and I looked at her bougainvillea and I saw that she planted it in a giant vase. It wasn't in the ground. And I went, oh, maybe that's the secret. Maybe it's our dirt that we have is not rich enough, the soil, and I need to do with that. So I just copied what she did, bought the pot, planted the bougainvillea, and it's still blooming. It's still blooming years later. It never died. The bugs didn't get it, just constantly thrived. And I got so many years of joy from that. So that's my bougainvillea story, and out of that are 3 big mindsets I want you to hear that is so important for you to never give up, like I did with the bougainvillea. Number 1 is perseverance. Notice that my passion was so high. So if your passion, your big why to do what you want is so high, you will decide to persevere. You will fail, you will have mistakes, because that happens in business. You'll try something, a webinar, and it falls flat or whatever you do, and you can go either, I'm a failure, or you try it again, or you tweak it. That's what I did with the bushes. I kept tweaking it. What else? Until I found the pot. So that's perseverance. That's a necessary quality to be successful in business. Number 2 is patience. You know, in building a business, you can't just, for example, slap on some videos on YouTube and hope to get lots of clients. I thought that too when I first started. It doesn't work that way. I had to be patient. Also learn some of the right strategies to put YouTube on and how to make that work so people see it. And I had to learn how to build a list through that. All these little strategies. And even then, I wasn't getting thousands of people right away. But ultimately, by the way, YouTube became one of my biggest ways to build my list. But it took patience, and that's hard sometimes. I need the money now. I need the clients now is what you're thinking. But I promise you, when you have patience and perseverance, and you stick with, 1 or 2 strategies instead of all over the place, that's going to be your solid foundation, along with mindset number 3. Which is really an action statement, but it's also a mindset. To be in the mindset, to take inspired action. Now, I want to explain what I mean. When people get nervous, oh my God, I don't have enough money, I need more clients, they get desperate and they take desperate actions. And they start doing things like really quickly with not much thought. And well, I'll just put some posts out here and I'll ask people to do business with me. And it gets very frenetic. You're not going to make a good business that way, nor will you make good decisions. But if you're in the inspired space, wow, your decisions as an entrepreneur will change big time. And what I mean by this, for me, what I learned to do to get inspired and take the right actions is to quiet my mind. Like I use tapping. I tap on the negative to release it, and then I quiet my mind. And I step into that space and I connect with my inner wisdom. The inner wisdom is my guidance. It knows all the answers, because I believe that everything you want is already here. It's just outside your comfort zone. So you have to go inward and tap into that knowing. In your stressful mind, you won't know the right answers. What should I do next in my business? It won't come. So you get quiet and you ask the questions, whatever you need. So I'll give you an example. I did a launch a while ago for a group of people that were suffering insomnia, and I didn't want to just slap on some emails and some videos. I wanted to give them really good value. So I went into my inner guidance and I said, what would be the best information I could give them that they would really benefit from? And then you just get quiet. And you just start getting lots of answers. And then you choose the one that seems the best. And then I said, I wanted to get even more creative. I said, what would be something I could offer them over the top that would be so exciting? And then another answer came. And it was amazing, because I do a lot of free webinars. one of my biggest attendance to webinars was from that particular answer that I got. And I think it was 84 people signed up. That was where sometimes I'll get 20 or 30 people. That was huge. And it all came from getting inspired internally, and better answers came out in what I wrote, in what I delivered, and what I offered. This is what's possible when you're in the right mindset. So, just to go over the 3 mindsets to help you never give up. Perseverance. That's standing and remembering your big why. Why are you doing this? Your passion. And that will move you forward. I never gave up on that bougainvillea because I had a passion to have that beautiful color in my yard. Patience. I failed many times, but I was patient and believed in my mission. That's where the patience comes from. You got to believe in your mission and your vision, and you can be patient. And then number 3 is to take inspired action. Those 3 mindsets, if you hold them, honor them, I would post them somewhere. You follow that, and it will be really, really helpful for you to never give up so that you can make your dream business your reality. I would love to hear from you, what your thoughts are. What will you leave with from this video today that was helpful? And I'll also post my bougainvillea picture as soon as I can find it. So have a wonderful day and never give up. Bye, everyone.